Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to talk about that Jirachi V box. It's real. It's actually real. It's actually coming. It's actually legit. This is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. For a long time, we had doubts. We were genuinely worried that this might, in fact, not be a real product. And what's really weird is, I've seen a bunch of people out there making posts going, yeah, the Jirachi V box isn't real, I don't know who's spreading these lies. We knew the Jirachi V box was real. It was definitely real. The only question was if and when we would ever actually see it. And we knew that it was planned. It was obvious it was planned because we can go back to Astral Radiance, and Astral Radiance was the set where Jirachi V should have come around. And in Astral Radiance, we had full art Jirachi, just like we were expecting. We did not have regular Jirachi V. It just didn't happen. It wasn't in the set. But we've seen this a million times before, and we actually saw it in Astral Radiance. Because in Astral Radiance, we also had full art Virizion V, but Virizion V, the regular art, was nowhere to be seen. Why? Because there was a Virizion V box, and Pokemon do this all the time. They take out the regular prints of cards, but leave in any other prints, your full art, your special illustration, rare, etc., but they take the regular to be used as promos. They do this a lot. This is a very regular thing. So as soon as Jirachi V wasn't in Astral Radiance, the regular print thereof, we knew there was a box coming. And then we waited. And then we waited. And then we waited. And there was all kinds of hints and tips, but the thing that told us it was definitely coming was a little while ago, a few weeks back, Pokemon went and updated their list of upcoming promo cards. And one of the upcoming promo cards was Jirachi V. Now, it was legal upon release, but remember, that's always the case when it's a reprint, alternate art, call it what you will, because, of course, Jirachi V had been out since Astral Radiance. And as a side note, it's a really good job Jirachi V wasn't a better card, because if it was, we would have had a situation for a long time, because Astral Radiance was 5 sets ago. Like, we've had 5 sets released since Astral Radiance. And if Jirachi V was actually a playable card, the only version we would have had in English would have been the full art, and the price of that full art would have absolutely spiked. The good news is it's never been that playable a card, which means the price has never spiked like that, and that's been a good thing. And then it was added to PTCGO recently, a week or two ago. And at that point, I didn't actually bring you the news at that point, because I figured, if it's been added to PTCGO, we are gonna see the box soon. Let's just wait until the box is actually released and actually out there. And now it is. Now, as it stands at the moment, it's only actually been released in France. As I recall this, it's been released in Carrefour over in France. That's like a chain of supermarkets, I want to say. I've been there and bought donuts, so look, even if I'm describing it poorly, it's definitely a shop that sells donuts, because I've been there and bought donuts when I visited France. That's the best I can tell you. Let's worry about Jirachi V, because Jirachi V is finally coming. Is this a cool box? I mean, look, this has an exclusive card in. The Jirachi V is an exclusive print, and it's an alternate art of the one in Astral Radiance, don't get me wrong. But this is an exclusive card that cannot be found elsewhere. This regular art version of Jirachi V exists only in this particular box. If you're collecting Black Star promos, you're going to need this. It is a proper job Black Star promo. If you are collecting Jirachi cards, you're going to need this. If you just think it's cool, brilliant. If you don't really like this card and you're not collecting promos, ignore it. But the fact of the matter is, it is an exclusive card. Also, we got a Jumbo here, which is exclusive. The Jumbo has not been seen or found anywhere else. And look, I know not everyone's a huge fan of Jumbos, and that's absolutely fine. But as someone who's got kids, I can tell you, any Jumbo cards I don't want, I give to my kids. And they love them, ladies and gentlemen. They absolutely love them. They are big fans. And then you got yourself an Absol here as well. And look, the Absol is not particularly impressive. It's just a reprinted Absol. Sorry about that. Gutted. But this is the Absol that came around, actually was in Astral Radiance, the same set in which we should have got Jirachi, and I suppose kind of did get Jirachi. It's just that, but it's a fancy holo version, so look, it's up to you, right? Again, I don't think this is particularly a reason to buy the box, but hey, it's an extra promo like we get in these V-boxes now, and that's pretty cool. And obviously, like, the fact that it's a V-box releasing in kind of August, September 2023, that alone is kind of weird, because we're in EXs now. And we've had EX boxes for a little while. Like, the Oinkalone EX box is coming. Obviously, we've already had a bunch of things like the Cyclozar EX box and the Mimikyu EX box. So the fact that we're kind of going back in time here to V boxes after we've had a bunch of EX boxes is, again, kind of notable. Doesn't really matter, but it is still kind of a little bit weird. Now, in terms of pack selection here, this is another interesting one, because if this is a box that has been printed ages ago and delayed, it's going to have older packs in. If it's something that was planned and delayed, but now they're making it up now, it's going to have newer packs. Well, all the images that we've seen so far have had the same breakdown of packs, and we've seen 2 Obsidian Flames, which incidentally tells you this has been packed very recently, because of course Obsidian Flames is the most recent set out there. And obviously, you know, even sets that are, you know, separate things that are released around the same time as the set generally don't have that set in. So this has been a very recent thing. And then we've also seen ourselves 1 pack of Paldea Evolved and 1 pack of Brilliant Stars. Now, Paldea Evolved, also a very recent set. That was the one before Obsidian Flames. Whereas, if we go and have a look at Brilliant Stars, that is actually a slightly older set. Does it? No. It just means they've got extra Brilliant Stars. If this was going to be packed with older packs, I mean, forgive me for sounding obvious, it would be packed with older packs, like they would be in there. The fact of the matter is, we've got 2 packs of Obsidian Flames and 1 pack of Paldea Evolved. That tells us this is a recent product. One which has been made and packed up very recently. The only difference is they've gone and put 1 Brilliant Stars, and we've seen this a bunch, right? This is basically Pokemon's way of saying, look, mate, we printed too many Brilliant Stars, we've got a bunch left over. So we're going to start putting them in things. And we see this quite a lot, whereby you get the same set being put in a bunch of different products for a while, and that happens because there's just a bunch hanging around. I mean, bear in mind, right? Brilliant Stars was, I'm going to go there, ladies and gentlemen, a brilliant set. Nailed it. And it was a set full of really good cards, and let's not forget it had a Charizard in. It's got that alternate art Charizard. But this was also at the point where we were just kind of coming out of that shortage of Pokemon cards, where printing was being increased. So Pokemon printed a whole bunch of extras, and there are apparently a bunch left over, and they get popped in here. Obsidian Flames and Paldea Evolved are being printed now, so obviously they're easy ones to include. Popping in Brilliant Stars just tells us, hey, we got a bunch of these left over, off you pop. But Brilliant Stars has got a whole bunch of amazing cards in, and it's got that Charizard. So, honestly, I don't think many people are going to be particularly upset. And then, of course, in the Paldea Gallery, you've got your Sylveon, which is beautiful. You've got the Okacheke Alchemy, which is one of the very best cards ever printed. And then, of course, the set itself is full of staples. Things like Arceus V-Star is in there. And then, you know, in terms of your trainers, you've got your double Turbo Energy. You've got things like your Collapsed Stadium, your Choice Belt, etc., etc., etc. I'm not going to list off every card in the set, but suffice to say it's a very good set filled with very good cards. And a Charizard. So the fact that this is coming at all is genuinely weird and genuinely awesome. I don't know why we finally get this Jirachi box, but I love that we do, and I hope this carries on. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about this. I want to know if you're going to be picking this up. I want to know anything you want to tell me. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Waffalo's, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross and you've been watching PTCG Radio.